Are you planning to have a baby? Or are you feeling like, oh, I'm growing old, I'm 40, I'm this and I'm that, and I should have a child because I'm growing? If you have been feeling this way, then I think this video is for you. Watch it through to the end. Hello lovelies, welcome back to my channel. It's amazing to be back here to share with you a few ideas and thoughts to help you as a young woman. In today's video, I'm talking about what you should know before getting pregnant. Pregnancy is a whole journey. It's not an easy thing. It's not like flamboyant as we see it. Someone dresses nicely with a beautiful bam, walking hand in hand with her husband or boyfriend or whoever, and you admire it, you smile at them, you like them, you admire them. The work that happens behind the scene, it's not easy. It's a whole lot of work. That is why before you get pregnant, I think you should have these things I'm going to mention and touch on. I wish I knew these things before getting pregnant. But then, after marriage, I was excited, feeling like, yeah, I should have a baby. And I didn't really calculate, I didn't really think through like the gravity of the work that I'm putting myself into. When I said I wanted to have a baby, I had no idea until I started the journey and then started seeing the realizations, learning along the way. But for you who is watching this would save you a lot of stress. It will save you a lot of time and so many other things. I'm sharing my experience with you and I hope that you pick some learning from it to guide yourself as you take that step of having a baby. First and foremost, pregnancy changes a lot of things about you. Physically, emotionally, socially. Pregnancy changes a lot. Physically, your whole body changes. You are high on these hormones and they are changing your body. I know some people who have so much acne, a lot of skin rashes, and so many things that they battle with. I would say I am lucky that I didn't experience any of those, nothing. It will just be once in a while. You see a little pimple here, it needs to be painful, and that's it. It goes away, and that's it. So I know it's different with me, and I know it would be different for you as well. All I'm going to share today might not apply to you, but I hope that you pick what applies to you, and then I hope it guides you. You know your body, and you know how your body can change. So definitely a lot is going to happen physically. Your boobs are going to grow bigger. Your belly is definitely going to go bigger. You're going to experience stretch marks and all that. I will still say I'm lucky. I haven't seen any stretch marks on my belly so far. So good. 34 weeks and counting, no stretch marks yet, but you have no idea. After having a child, there might be some stretch marks you might see there. So these are some of the things that would happen physically. And that is not all. You just want to be physically fit for this process. Your body must be prepared, must be ready for this process. Emotionally, my dear, you are going to be different. Emotions, you will get to that point where you are just not in the mood for anything. Getting angry all of a sudden for no reason, that is going to definitely happen. And when I say socially, things are going to change in the sense that, when you are pregnant, sometimes you're just feeling like being all alone. You just don't want anybody around you, or you are in that mood where you feel like you need people around you, and just by some circumstances you don't have that. If I should be in Ghana, my mom can come over, take care of me, all this, all the things that our mothers do as African mothers. They come over, take care of you, stay with you for a month, 2 months. When things are getting tough, they step in to help you. That support system is not there. So socially, there could be some draining there as well. In all this, you just want to be rounded in a way that you are prepared psychologically, emotionally, physically, and prepare in your mind that, hey, these things are going to change. So when these changes are coming, you don't feel overwhelmed or surprised. Pregnancy is very difficult without a support system, a spouse, a parent, or a partner, someone that steps in to help you in difficult times. When I said in my first point that there will be changes physically, your bum will be growing. You'll be having body pains, body aches, you'll be having mood swings, you would be having sometimes nausea, sometimes you would be just having food evasion. You can't eat specific foods or you can't eat at all. There are people who cannot eat anything at all. In this time, you need someone who will be by your side. There are times that you can't even stand by, to cook. You can't even stand there to cook because when you cook the food, you can't eat it. So you need someone who will step in to help you do all these things. If you have a supportive husband, fabulous, congratulations. He's going to step in and help you in all these difficult times. But if you do not have a supportive husband, then there is a problem. I would pause here and say to our husbands and our men, if you have put someone in a family way, please step right in, support the person. Even if your intention is not to marry the person, support the person to go through the 9 months and deliver the baby, and come in, support the person to still raise the child. It is a lot of work, emotionally, physically, mentally. It is draining. It is exhausting. It is a lot. It is a work on its own. Like waking up every day and going to work, it is the same thing. So if you have a wife at home who is pregnant and you think she's not doing anything, she is on leave, she's not working, and you use that against her, please, you are doing the wrong thing. Be as supportive as you can be. Until I got pregnant, I never knew how much work it is for you to go through this thing. So you need a very supportive person. That is why I also add that if you are feeling that I'm growing old, for that matter, let me just find a man and just have a child with a person, I want to tell you to rethink this decision. If you have the financial strength and other resources around you, which you feel you are ready, it's your choice, it's your decision. I cannot sit here and make that choice for you. But if you know that you don't have these things, I would advise you, don't just think I'm growing old, so let me just accept a man, just get pregnant and have a child. What if this man is not ready to step in to play the role, to take up his responsibility? Then all this huge responsibility becomes your sole burden, which you do not want to carry. Pregnancy is expensive. It is very expensive. If you really want to have a healthy baby, you want to start first by eating good, nourishing yourself, getting the nutrients you need, okay? Buying some food supplements, buying some vitamins and taking them before even the pregnancy. Now, when you are lucky and it happens, from the time that you get pregnant, it means that you also have to be on these vitamins, taking them day by day, eating good, exercising, having a peaceful mind, just exploring, doing activities that kind of rejuvenate your body and keeps you excited, keeps you happy. These things do not happen by chance. You need money to be able to do these things, okay? To buy good food, to eat good food, it's money. Now, what about even your outfits? When you are pregnant, during your maternity period, you have to dress up. Your whole wardrobe will change, my friend. My whole wardrobe changed. Okay, I used to be 50 kg. All right. Then when I got pregnant, I went straight to 54. From 54 kilograms, right now I am 63 point something. So I have put on weight, lots of weight. All my clothes, nothing can fit me anymore. Everything I had, slit and cabin, long dresses, trousers, everything. I had to change my whole wardrobe. So it is expensive. It's not just the thought of it, oh, I'm gonna have a baby. It's a beautiful thing to think about, but remember, it is expensive. So if you want to step into it, be sure that you are ready. Be sure that you have a partner or a spouse or someone to support you. Be sure that you can do this before you take the step. Else, there is an African saying, "Bon pikin no hard, but money for cocoa." It means having a child is not the problem, but raising up the child, having the money to feed, to clothe, to guide, to educate, and all that, that is the problem. So if you know you don't have these things yet, I will ask you humbly, take your time, don't rush. You are not in competition with anybody. I always say that. Remember, the competition you have is with yourself, with your previous self, not anybody else. Pregnancy takes time. It consumes time. You have 40 solid weeks to build and grow a baby inside and carry this baby through. 40 solid weeks. This 40 weeks means that you have to take every step of the way, go through the whole process. You have to attend antenatal appointments, you have to attend doctor's appointment, you have to go for scan, you have to do a lot of things. You need to rest, you need to sleep. Sometimes the body is just tired, you just need to sleep. It takes so much time. And you need to read, you need to do research into what you should know. So you don't just get up and say, I'm getting pregnant or I want to have a baby. No, you should be ready that where I am in my career, in my life, or whatever, I am ready. I have the time. I can do this. Okay? If you are very busy, having multiple jobs and so on, and you know your life is complicated, I will tell you, take your time. It's not a rush. Make the right decision. Do it at the right time. That's what I would say. The fantastic part of it is that pregnancy changes your perspective to life. I was so excited when I got to know I was pregnant and expecting, but it came with some sort of anxiety. The first 6 weeks, I was like, how is this baby looking by now? I was reading a lot. I was so anxious and trying to read a lot, know what at all is happening in there. But then one other thing was that I became so careful about what I eat, what I put in, what I do, because this is my first time. I have no idea what is safe, what is not safe. And then I go online and I read some things and they scare me. They're like, don't eat this, don't eat that, don't eat this, don't eat that in the first trimester, in the second trimester, in the third trimester, don't do this, don't do that. Oh my goodness. It was stressful. But then it just changes your perspective to life. You begin to see life in a different way. This is you as a woman having a baby, having something, someone growing inside of you. You have this love within your heart, so much love for this little thing growing inside, and you just don't want to do anything to mess it up. You see, that is why for the first few things I've mentioned, especially being emotionally, physically, mentally, and everything, being prepared in those ways are very, very, very important, because this is going to change your perspective to life. It is definitely going to change your priorities, things that you prioritize. Formerly, you used to do things, you go out chilling with friends, drinking and all that, you would cut that down. You can't do that anymore. Sometimes it would even change your dreams and your aspirations. You wanted to do something, you wanted to go back to school, you wanted to, attain a particular level of education, and all of a sudden you get pregnant. It changes everything. It halts your progress at a point. Not in a negative way though, because I don't see children as anything negative, no matter how or which circumstance under which you get pregnant. I feel it's a blessing, even if out of wedlock or whatever. But then I always say the choice is in your hands, so make the right choice whilst you can. Okay, so that you don't feel like, oh, I shouldn't have done this shouldn't have happened to me, I should have waited. So you don't have any regrets. Just make sure that you do the right thing at the right time. Finally, I would say that pregnancy requires maturity, discipline, and wisdom for you to be able to go through the process of pregnancy and land yourself into the big role of raising a life that has been entrusted into your hands. You are just, as a father, as a mother, you are just a mother figure. Are you able to take care of your own self? Are you able to raise and discipline your own self? Are you now going to be able to raise and discipline a child? Bring that child up, provide for that child, guide that child, counsel that child, groom that child to become whatever he or she is destined to be. Do you have that maturity? This is the question I'm asking you. Do you have that wisdom? Do you have the discipline? If you do not have these things, please, I will always keep saying, it is not by force. It is not a competition. Don't rush into it. Take your time to grow yourself. It is a process. It just doesn't happen by chance. Yes, there are that motherly instincts we have in us, but aside those natural giftings, you need wisdom. You need maturity. You need sometimes experience. Not necessarily you having a child before, but experience with raising other people's children, experience from watching your parent do it, experience from watching other people do it, experience from reading other people's experiences. That is how you grow that maturity to be able to raise a child to be that which he or she is created to be. I hope that before you step into the process of becoming pregnant or decide to be pregnant, you are very ready. You've made up your mind. You are physically prepared, emotionally, psychologically, you are ready. Don't just rush into it or jump into it. Don't think like, I am growing, so let me just meet a man and get pregnant and have a baby. If that man decides that he is not going to be in the life of that baby, it becomes your own burden to carry as a woman. What I want to say finally is that if you get pregnant, the baby is not a mistake. At the time that it happened in your life, it might be a mistake, but the baby is not a mistake. So you have to do everything you can to raise that child, because that child is so innocent. He or she didn't ask to be born, okay? So the decision to make things right is yours. The good thing is you can make the right decision so you don't have any negative complications. So I'll end my video here for today. If you are new here, my name is Rita Sian. I am an educator, a public speaker, and the author of You Are Unstoppable. I welcome you to subscribe to this channel and also click on the notification bell so that anytime a new video is up, you will be notified. And don't forget to leave an amazing comment down there for me to come and read. If you have a question, anything you want me to talk about, please leave it in the comment and I'll get back to you. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.